D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds? And have I got a story for you? Now, also down below, you can find the article that I read to bring you this video, and you can read it for yourself, or you can just watch this video when I'm going to read it to you. Now, also, before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. YouTube is always changing up their algorithm, and small channels like mine, we always get shoved to the back of the line. So please ask that you like, share, and subscribe, and I thank you in advance. So now that we got that out of the way, why don't we go ahead and get started? I tried to get another DC news story, but I couldn't find one. So for my third story this week, I'm gonna do just a WB story again, and I wanted to just do another J K Rowling story because they had a call. Gosh, I'm trying to think of what it was called. Anyways, this comes from Variety, and they'll mention it in the article. And it says David Zaslav open to a deal with J K Rowling on more Harry Potter content, and I'm all here for it. If you've seen any of my videos, I am on J K Rowling's side in this matter, and I hope that she gets more. But let me read this article for you guys and then give you my opinion as we go along. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav mentioned the potential to do something with controversial Harry Potter author J K Rowling on another title in the Wizarding World franchise going forward during the company Q3 earnings call Thursday. That's what it was. It was an earnings call. And it sounded like he was just like placating. He's like, oh, yeah, I'd love to do more Harry Potter. The remark was made as part of a lengthy statement about the importance of franchises like DC's Superman, Batman, and Aquaman films, as well as Lord of the Rings, Game of Thrones, and Sex and the City content. It was during this answer that the WBD CEO, say that 5 times fast, mentioned his interest in if we can do something with JK on Harry Potter going forward. And I hope they can. I hope they finish up the Fantastic Beasts franchise, because even though it's not the best, I do actually I love being in that world. We're going to have a real focus on franchises, Zaslav said, in response to a question from a media analysis about how content will differ under Warner Brothers Discovery from the AT&T run Warner Media era and before. We haven't had a Superman movie in 13 years. We haven't done a Harry Potter movie in 15 years. The DC movies and the Harry Potter movies provided a lot of the profits that Warner Brothers Motion Pictures over the last 25 years. So a focus on the franchises, one of the big advantages that we have, House of the Dragon is an example of that. Game of Thrones taking advantage of Sex and the City, Lord of the Rings. We still have the right to do Lord of the Rings movies. What are the movies that have brands that are understood and loved everywhere in the world, which I think is a great idea. All right, let me continue. Zaslav continued, outside the U.S., most in the Agreement, Europe, Latin America, Asia have 40% of the theaters that we have here in the U.S., and there is local content. And so when you have a franchise movie, you can often make two to three times the amount of money that you make in the U.S. because you get a slot and a focus on the big movies. There are tentpole. The people are okay. I'm going to skip this part and just go to here. Batman, Superman, Aquaman. If we can do something with J.K. Rowling going forward, Lord of the Rings, what are we doing with Game of Thrones? What are we doing with a lot of the big franchises that we have? We're focused on franchises. All right, let's talk about Rowling here in this article. Rowling first ignited controversy in June 2020 when she posted a series of comments to Twitter in which she argued that discussing gender identity negates biological sex. If sex isn't real, there's no same-sex attraction, the author wrote. If sex isn't real, the lived reality of women globally is erased. The author continued to double down on the same position in the years to follow. And she said nothing wrong. And since then, she's said nothing wrong. And if you think she is wrong, then I'm sorry, you're not correct. And I think that you need to move on, just move on. Earlier this year, Rowling feuded online with Nicola Sturgeon, the First Minister of Scotland, over the country's gender recognition reform bill, which aims to simplify the means by which a transgender person can legally change their gender through obtaining a gender recognition certificate. The certificate allows trans persons to receive a new birth certificate with their correct gender. Many Harry Potter actors have publicly opposed Rowling. Emma Watson, who is a total asshole, responded to the author's initial anti-trans comments by writing on Twitter, "I want my trans followers to know that I and so many other people around the world see you, respect you, and love you for who you are." I mean, you can do that and still agree with J K Rowling. I mean, I see trans people. I respect trans people. I accept them for who they are. That doesn't mean I think that trans women should go into female jails. Like, come on, guys. Daniel Radcliffe published an open letter proclaiming transgender women are women. Radcliffe recently said that speaking out against Rowling in 2020 was important. Yeah, speak out against the woman that gave you your life. He's not even that great of an actor. I mean, like, everything I've seen him in, I'm like, he's subpar. I mean, like, he's mediocre at best. But yet he wants to just give up this money. I mean, he's still making money off Harry Potter. I would love to see him give up that sweet Harry Potter money. He will never do it. He's getting royalty checks from that shit, like, left and right. There's no way he's going to give that up. And he's a hypocrite for it. Anyways, if he gave up all his money from Harry Potter, I'd believe he was for the cause, but he's not. He's just placating, the crazies out there. There are no active discussions currently with Rowling about developing another Harry Potter movie, according to the source at the studio. There is also currently nothing in the wizarding world in active development at Warner Brothers, inclusive of both the Harry Potter franchise and the Fantastic Beasts IP. The most recent release content based on Rowling IP from Warner Brothers was the third Fantastic Beasts film, The Secrets of Dumbledore, in July. That was preceded by the Harry Potter reunion special, Return to Hogwarts, that launched the HBO Max last December. Warner Brothers has not produced a Harry Potter film since the original franchise ended with Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2 in 2011. All right, that's the end of the article. I'm glad that David Zaslav is prepared to work with J K Rowling and make another Harry Potter anything. I just want to say, though, I'm on J K Rowling's side with this whole thing, and they should try to make another Harry Potter movie, but I think that they should also really try to finish the Fantastic Beasts franchise. I think that even though I think that J K Rowling needs to take a step back as the main writer and really give it over to Steve Kloves. Let him write the script, but her, kind of dictate to him what she wants to happen and everything. Because I think that Steve Kloves did a really good job transferring book to screen. He didn't do a perfect job, but I think he did the best he possibly could. And I think that's what J K Rowling needs to do with these Fantastic Beasts movie, because it's very obvious to me that she's not a script writer. She's a novelist, and I love all her books, even those ones with Cormoran Strike. I love those books. But I think that as a script writer for movies, she's not the best. But I think getting help there's nothing wrong with that. But I am glad that David Zaslav is open to work with her again and make more Harry Potter content. In terms of the actors, you don't want to come back? Fine. Recast them. I don't even care. Fuck those assholes. If they want to shit all over the woman that gave them a life, then fine, let them do it. But don't come crying when you ain't getting when you're getting, crappy Hallmark Christmas movies because you can't get a freaking movie. The last movie I saw with Daniel Radcliffe was that one with Sandra Bullock, and he wasn't that great. And I mean, he's all right, but he wasn't that great. And then Rupert Grint has that show on what is Apple TV? Is anybody watching that show still? I mean, it's got a fourth season. I mean, like, maybe somebody. I'm not watching it. I don't care. And then Emma Watson. I mean, fuck that hoe. You know what I'm saying? So whatever. I'm on J.K. Rowling's side, and I really hope they do another Harry Potter movie, recast everybody, and so that way she can just flip them the bird on the red carpet. Tell me, what do you guys think about all of this? Where do you sit on this J.K. Rowling thing with David Zaslav saying he's open to dealing with her again and making a new Harry Potter movie or franchise or whatever it is that they want to do? Like I just said through my little rant, I'm all for it, and I can't wait for the next one. I just want to be in this wizarding world every day, all day. All right, you guys, tell me what you guys think about it, all this. Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. If you like this video, go and hit that like button. I won't mind. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button. I'd greatly appreciate it. And I will see you guys next week. You guys have a good week. Bye.